Hey, how's it going today? I thought I'd make a quick video. Just been fiddling around on the workbench. Not a race week this week, and I wasn't going to do any slot car stuff, but yeah, I have a hard time not doing that in the winter, especially. So while I got winter time still left, a couple things got on the workbench. So I thought I'd show you. So funny, I got talking with a fellow online that I've raced with the online internet group. I've mentioned that in videos before, but I'll put a link up in the description if you're interested. Maybe there's people not in your area, but you still want to do some racing. There's a couple groups online, but the one that I have been involved with, I've been a bit slack as of late, but got chatting with the one guy there, Dana, and started talking about his scale. And I've had this scale for, oh gosh, months. This one here for months now, maybe even a year. I never actually got around to fiddling with it. I fiddled with it and then kind of put it away and didn't think much about. Got chatting with him and decided to go do some work on it. It's not pretty, but that's okay. It works. So a couple different things. I'll show you this on the track in a bit. So this is just a battery. You know, if you're building your own electronics, whatnot, it's your positive and negative lead. I had to solder on the clips, but a great little break-in box. There's always different opinions on breaking in HO scale slot cars and not. I'll tell you, I mean, I guess I don't care what you think, but I can tell you from personal experience, car new out of the package, broken in properly at a slow or a low level of voltage does run faster. Again, it's only so much studying you can do on this without all the scientific variables, but you can tell when a car is broken in. The motor sounds different, the running speeds up. So I mean, again, for breaking in cars, I thought this would be cool. This is a super simple box I just got off of Amazon. But what I was going to use it for was in between the T-jet races to keep the car warm. So I'll show you what I'm going to do with that later on. But what I was going to show you first is this scale. So this is a smart weight scale. You can get this on Amazon. I'll put a link here. I'm not going to go into how I made the scale or a whole lot about it. There's some good videos already from the T-Jet Club on that, but I basically made my own. You know, I always kind of wondered, what was the difference. But so what I can tell you, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see the numbers here. Let me see if I can. It's always challenging doing this with the camera in front of you and trying to make sure you guys can actually see what I'm seeing. Anyway, so I've got some different setups for magnets. So these are just some, I got a pair that shouldn't be a pair from a magnet traction car I took apart. So, again, I've got this, moon shape here. So I get we zeroed out. So I get the magnet in the same place. In the video, in the link, he's cut it out with a Dremel, and I may do that eventually, but for now I'll just do a little marker. So what we see here is on this one side, again, these numbers don't mean anything. They only mean to you, right? So, like, well, how do I get, 7 point minus 7 point, whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, as long as your scale, however it measures, is good for you, right? So the higher number, the more magnetic strength. So 7.39. So what if I flip this around? 6.73. So what we see from here, and again, I'm not going to get too finicky here. I'm not writing down these numbers right now. Maybe that wasn't zeroed out. Hold on. 7.37. So this one is running better with the paint side up. Okay, I'm gonna get his little buddy here, his pair that came with. There's quite a bit of difference, 7.8 or 7.9. So that's quite a bit of difference in these two magnets. So 7.9. I'm gonna flip this guy around. Make sure that plastic's sitting right. Okay. 10.6. Crazy. So that's the difference between flipping the magnet. Think about that. Like, oh, sorry. So here we've got paint side up 9.11, zeroed out, 10.06, paint side down, right? So that makes a difference. Do you know paint up or down? I mean, oh, maybe you just put the paint up or you put the paint down, but without measuring your magnets, you honestly have no idea. And I didn't know this. These magnets aren't even close. Like, we're going 6 versus 10, and this was a pair in a car, so it's not in the car anymore because it wasn't running very well, and that would be why these magnets aren't. Oh, I was going to do this, sorry, before I get going. And again, I've got this other washer here, and I've got 2 black marks. You can't see them much on the video, but this will give you the pull on the armature, right? So you can see the different strength there on the arm. So 4.3, yeah, and 3. So these magnets should probably not be together, but here we are. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually, I just noticed that those are both red magnets too. I don't know if those, I'm gonna second guess myself whether they came out of the same car or not, but anyway, you get the idea. And again, so what else I did, I added this in here. There's some lines here. These are just these are some chalk pens, but for me to get the magnets lined up, I kind of used my Tyco and the Mega G Plus. I wanted to make sure I got the washer in the right place. I got a little hole drilled in the plastic here. So this is what I found quite interesting. This is my let's just turn this real quick here. This is my IROC set of Tycos, and I gotta do some work here, obviously. But funny, I was fiddling with some Tycos off the shelf, and one that I don't race at all, I put on here, and the magnet strength was like out of this world. So I'm gonna have to start using that. So let me make a note here. So this red one, what are we at here? 7.32. All right, and so next lane would be my white. When I did this with my other Tycos, I did take the bodies off. I'm just not gonna bother right now. I mean, you get a better reading, I think, with the bodies off. 9.31. Off to the blue. And it's easier to get the pin in the hole with the body off. Yeah, 5.46, which is funny. Because, I don't know, it's funny, but it proves the point. This blue car is really hard to drive. That would be because the magnet force is a heck of a lot lower than its equals. And 9. So what we saw, I just want to double check this red one because I do believe this was measuring stronger before. Yeah, that's a bit closer. Interesting. Okay, so I mean, you do have to fiddle with this. 10.84. So interestingly enough, with these cars, what I ended up seeing was, so this red car measuring at 10.84, and then we had the white one at 9.31, so pretty close. This blue one was at 5.46, not close, and the yellow was at 9. So yeah, pretty interesting. So this is my IROC set. They're all the same, so they're stock Tycos. The only thing I've done with them is the rear ends are the same. They all do have the Viper S1 compound Tyco 440 X2 rear tires on them, but the actual hub and everything is stock. The front end is the, I can't remember what it's called, the Viper. It's an independent front end. The wheels roll independently, and it's got these hard white tires on them. Other than that, these are stock. I mean, IROC set, again, I sometimes argue doesn't matter, but We all run them, but they do all run different, right? So, you know, my goal is always to get them as close to same as possible. But again, they're stock and we all run all four, so it doesn't matter. But with this is an interesting going on the scales. So again, with my numbers, so this downforce on the red was 10.84, and then the white was 9.31, and the yellow was 9. So they're all fairly close. The blue is 5.46 on the, sorry, I scribbled everywhere here, but 5.46 on the blue, which is really interesting because this card does not run or does not stick to the track. And usually on a track, the blue's not a bad lane. Like the white and the blue are usually really good, but the blue is a really tough car to drive, and that would tell you why. So, I will fiddle with. I'm trying to remember what this chassis is, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I know it's a 440X2, but where this one came from. So my old Hot Wheels car was not the one with the red lobster on the back. I was kind of keeping this car because it's beautiful. I think it's a little bit nicer than the one that most people have. This one came with all the little pit crew and whatnot. It's worth a bit more online, but again, I didn't care. It was already open. I wasn't going to run it as far as my IROC goes, but the body on my old one would not stay on. I put it in hot water and wrapped it in elastic bands and everything else, but I could not get it to stay on the car, even with which other one has? There's some that one of these has a little middle putty on it, or it used to anyway. Maybe it doesn't anymore. Use a little MacTac putty to get it to stay on. This is a new body for me. But anyways, yeah, it's to get way off topic. But yeah, so this little scale thing is pretty cool. I can see myself spending many hours. Watch the video in the link if you're interested in making one or seeing a bit more detail. I know I kind of went over this in real quick, but I'm not telling you how to make this. The guy's already got the video online. You can go figure it out from there. Make your own. I think it's worth it. I mean, I look at these magnets. I could see the difference. I threw these on there. I threw some blue and whites. I threw some Killer Bees, the yellow and blacks. I threw some of those, what are they called? The Black Dragons, the ceramic ones on there, and they blew the numbers out of the sky. Yes, they were perfectly matched. Really nice. So pretty cool. Anyway, so just something to think about if you're fiddling around, if you're just running cars around the track with the grandkids, that maybe it doesn't matter. And I get it, and that's fine. If you want some competitive edge here and you're fiddling with stuff, take a look and maybe make yourself one of these. Anyways, let's go over and run some T-jets, and I'll show you some difference on this guy. All right, we'll set up at the track here. Again, I'm going to just have a little disclaimer here. I'm a new racer. I mean, I obviously race with my family and friends and that. I'm a new racer, probably about a year in here, so I'm still learning. So if you see anything in here and you're like, oh, that's not true, or oh, you could do it better than that, I got you. I get it. I'm still learning. If you want to get into some heavy duty racing stuff, I mean, obviously go check out the stuff at Viper Racing. Dan's putting out some great videos over there. But I'm going to hit you up with some different stuff here. Primarily, I'm going to talk about the T-jet stuff. So this is Frey style, E-Frey, whatever you want to call it, style of car that I run, and just going to show you, with this little warm-up box, what it could do. So I'm going to run it cold. I think it should be sitting. I'm not going to be able to do this in front of the camera very easily at all. We'll see how it goes. I think we're sitting at about 20 degrees. You can't probably see that at all. If I can hold it in front of the camera and the it's looking hot. It says 25. I don't know that that's right. Hold on. There we go. Stable there now. If you can see that, about 21 degrees, which is about right. It's about my room temperature here. So we'll get. I'll run 10 laps in, see where I can get, and hit go. I'll run about 10 laps here, see how quick I can get going with this fella. And he started pretty cold. right? So we'll go here. So lap 1, 6.5. She's running really good right now. 5.9. 5.8. Don't fall off. 6.1. 6.2. Probably should float just around 6, I think it was 5.9. This is a good time. I'm on the blue lane. There we go. 6.1. I'm trying not to, I was going to say, not to push it too hard so I can quit crashing. Oh my God. Very scientific, people. What's scientific is staying in the lane. So anyway, so my best lap was 5.8. That's on, car's probably not very hot quite yet. 5.8, and that was 10 laps. In, trying to hit that little armature button. Just about 22.5, 23. So you see, you're already up to 2 degrees just by doing 10 laps, right? And so 5.8. So again with this guy, so this battery box, I'm not going to be able to do it in front of the camera here without moving the camera, so we'll do that. Sorry. This wasn't really a planned video. I just thought, hey, what the heck? I'm hanging out at the track doing some random stuff anyways. So positive goes to the driver's side. So the driver's side, that side. You flip it upside down, confuse yourself. I wouldn't put it right on the shoe itself, right? Because you want to. I don't want to scuff it up anyways. You want to try to keep your bottom of your shoes as clean as possible. If you can hear it. So this is running, so 2. Can you hear it? You can sort of see it. It's running at 3 volts, about, just a shake over 3 volts. 2 D cell batteries is 3 volts approximately. So we let this run for 3 minutes. See where it sits. I'll run another car around. I've got this other fella here. It's an American Muscle that I'm putting together. This is based off, this is a T-dash chassis. Holy, spit that out. It's got a bit of an older front end on it. So let's watch that, because nobody wants to watch the, well, I don't want to watch the thing go around anyways. How did I have this? I'm trying to get to make sure you can see the screen in there as well. And that, not, there you go. All right, so what do we got here? 5.8. Let's see, I don't know. We don't need to really time this one, but let's just give it, you know what, let's give it a couple minutes. I'm not gonna make you watch this go round and round for 3 minutes, but I will fast forward through the power of video 3 minutes, and we'll take a look at the temperature difference and the runtime on that car. This is a fun car to run too. I still gotta tune him a little bit, so his, for me anyways, on the Tyco track, the pin's a bit long, so it does. This one does pop out on my Tyco track a lot. I'm switching to the Tomy track here in the off season, so I gotta really I can't drive this very fast on this track because it kicks out on certain joints. But fun little car to drive with the weighted front end and the soft spongies on the back. Anyways, okay, we're gonna fast forward lights about 3 minutes and heat this car up for you. So hang tight. Okay, so I just took them off the heater. We'll get them on the heat gun here real quick. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm floating 25.5. So that's a warm car, right? So we started at, we'll get it right on the track and see what kind of times we can run here. So this is a warm car, right? So you got to remember a warm T-jet, especially when you're talking T-jets, manual tractions, gets a whole lot better time. 7.7. This car's running super smooth. 6.5. That's lower than I did on that first 10 laps already. 6.2. 6.2. 6.1. 2. 6.1. 6.0. Oh, I got 2 laps. Can we get under 6? 6.04. 6.3. 6.03. So anyway, just a quick one. You know, not super scientific, but the car's warm and it runs much faster. So again, if you're just running by yourself, who cares? It doesn't matter. But if you're running races, something like this, you know, again, it's just a little box. You can buy these on Amazon or whatnot, you know, to put in electronics. It's got your 2 lead wires. This one actually came with the clips. I had to solder them on, like I said, I think. Yeah, just clip it on the shoes. Positive on driver's side, negative on passenger side. And I would just let this sit. You know, maybe the 3 minutes between heats or the 3 minutes between races if you're not racing. So it keeps your car warm and you're going off. You're going off with the best performing car, and definitely got some time out of it. So worth a thought anyways. Super cheap. Forget what the heck this cost me, but it was like $8 for 4 of these. So I soldered them all up, and I'm gonna give one to each of the club members and the core guys anyways. And yeah, so super cheap, kind of a fun little way to keep your car warm, and you're not carrying around dynos and other wacky little devices. This is something I can throw in my tackle box pretty easy and not a big deal. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Super quick video. Any questions, let me know. Any suggestions, let me know. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm always here to learn. I definitely do not know everything. So if you have ideas, if you have suggestions for stuff that I'm doing, throw it in the comments and let's have a conversation. All right, awesome. Have a good one.